guys. It has been a while. Hisashiburi desu ne. Freshly back to Japan after a epic trip in the US. It's always good to be back home. How are you all doing? We just kind of lost our clamp here in a second. That should work. Yeah. Back in the saddle. JB, hello. Ed's in the house. Carrie, hey. Yeah, I'm back home. Was an awesome trip. Saw so much, and friends old and new, and really had a great time. It always goes by so fast. But we had a lot on the books. So we're just going to ride around a bit today, and I'm going to talk all about myself, because that's the kind of person that I am, okay? Yeah, it's a beautiful day, Sunday here in Tokyo, and a little bit of sun. Later in the afternoon it's supposed to start clouding up and raining, which we hate. But it has been a smoking hot summer here, and what I thought was going to be a respite going to Portland turned out to not be a respite. It was a fire pit. Broke records almost every day I was there. 108 one day, which was a new record. And those are the type of days that just at night they don't cool off. It's just smoking hot all day long, and most people in Portland don't have air conditioning. It's a rarity there. Actually, we're gonna go right here. My mom being one of them. Actually, my sister and brother-in-law got her an air conditioner, a portable type that you set up in any given room, and so that helps cool off one room. And my mom's old school, you know, she's 90 years old, so she's of the mind of, you know, trying to cool off one room. And so the back of the house is a sauna. And she has one of those window units, and I tried putting it in, and it was just so mendokusai. I couldn't get it sorted out, and so I finally just said, screw it, I'll just sweat tonight, and that's what we did. But typically it cools off at night in Portland, so most of the days were pleasant, even though they're hot during the day. So it was really an epic trip. We started in Los Angeles, and I want to give a quick shout out to my good friends in LA that we hung with, Dawn and Linda and Norm and his wife Pam and their daughter Araceli, and Greg, and then Salem Sam and Steve back in Portland, and Aya. She came down, Aya Sen, some of you know Aya Sen. She came down from British Columbia. We did a ride together. That girl is tough, man. She rode down. It took her about 7-8 hours to ride from British Columbia to Portland on her 400 Ninja. And we had a great time. We did a ride along the Multnomah, or the Columbia River Gorge, like Multnomah Falls, and really an awesome area. I've posted some stuff on my Instagram along the trip, but if you ever go to Portland, you got to go to the Columbia River Gorge towards Hood River. Check out the old highway, and oh man, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So really fun ride there with some other friends. Sam brought up a couple bikes from Salem, and we kicked around, and yeah, it's a really good time. Really excellent trip. Started in LA and then went to Portland and had something going every day. We went to the Astoria. Some of you may know Astoria, Oregon, which is it's a beach town. Not really a beach town, it's a coastal town. There's no real beach you can go on. But that's where they filmed the movie Goonies. So, this is weird. So we have to turn right here, but wait. We're not, we're to the left. We're taking a route. I don't want to hear your belly aching if we get lost. Yeah, there is a really long bridge in Astoria that goes to Washington State. It's multi-miles long. Oh, this bike sounds great. Yeah, so they filmed a lot of the movie in Astoria, Goonies, and you can go see the Goonies house, which we did, and we had clam chowder at Moe's, which is an institution in Oregon along the coast. Moe's clam chowder, world's best. And yeah, all kinds of stuff. Had a boat ride with my friend Troy. It was just all the planets lined up. It was one of those trips that everything just went smoothly, and coincidentally, some very close high school friends were part of a group called The Dudes. We were known as The Dudes in high school. And everybody spread out all over the country mostly, and the world, I guess. Me and one other guy, I think is, now John. He became Juan. He's now in Mexico, Baja. But several of the guys were in town. So we met up, and we had breakfast, and we had some lunches, and the boat ride. It was just really, really cool time. Right now, folks, we are clueless in Tokyo. I have no idea where we are, but we got enough gas in the tank, and the phone has enough battery so I can check the GPS, so we're okay. I was up at 3 a.m. this morning. Yesterday was 4 a.m., so I still got some jet lag. But I always have an ambition to, when I travel back home and return to Tokyo, I'm always like, I want to keep this schedule. I want to wake up at 4 a.m. every day and get stuff done by 7 and be really productive. And sometimes it works, but usually it doesn't. We get right back into our, Jujo, this is Jujo. Get right back into our routines and waking up at 7 or 8 or whatever. But I'm gonna try. It's just nice to get up early and go to the gym and get things done. And then hit a wall about 1 p.m. By the way, is the sound okay, guys? Everything's sounding all right? It's kind of hard to see the screen on the phone because it's hot out. The iPhone always tends to automatically dim down to conserve the battery, I guess. So we went to Disneyland one day and California Adventure Park, I guess it's called. So you may have seen in the thumbnail I'm wearing a R2-D2 themed Mickey Mouse ears. That was actually one of my favorite parts of Disneyland was the Star Wars exhibit or area. Really cool. It really felt like you were walking through the movie. Staff are in character. One of the other cool things we did in LA was went to a music studio, a recording studio with my friend Greg. Greg's a music producer, and heard some new mixes, which was just awesome. Oh my God. So he's a long time, he might be watching. Longtime producer, and he's remixing some Elton John tunes, classics in Dolby Atmos. For those who are not familiar with Dolby Atmos, I don't know, Atmos or Atmos, it's surround sound, and it's so cool. I can't, words can't do it justice. It's especially when you listen to songs mixed in Dolby Atmos. In a proper room, which we did. So we went to the Interscope Records studio in Santa Monica, I think it was, and we listened to some newly mixed Yellow Brick Road tunes and The Doors, Riders on the Storm. Oh, so cool. Oh my God. Just having the mix is completely enveloping you in a 360 dome. Just amazing. If you have a chance to listen to music that's been mixed in Dolby Atmos with the proper headphones or in a room with the speakers, you won't regret it. A lot of movies have that Dolby Atmos feature in some of the movie theaters, so check it out. However, listening to music in a controlled environment, a movie theater is still pretty big and vacuous. A smaller room or with headphones that are equipped with Dolby Atmos, it's kick. It's a big kick. Another tune we heard was from Youngblood, which one of my new favorite artists, British guy. He's been around a while, but just great artist, really talented. And so this guy played one of the new mixes, his single. It's called Hated. and we got to hear it first. It just debuted 9 days ago. So Joji and I sat there in the studio and listened to this new mix of Youngblood's single in Dolby Atmos, and it was incredible. I mean, it gives you chills, seriously, when you listen to music mixed that way. I almost cried when we listened to Elton John. It's an emotional experience. It's really amazing. But that was one of the highlights among seeing friends and just hanging out and just chilling out. It's good. Summer break was a success. But now it's back to the grind. And lots of things going on. I'm busy planning some things. And I might take off in October for a road trip. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go yet, but probably by camping car. So I'll keep you guys posted. Corvettes. Old classic. By the way, the Tokyo Mobility Show, formerly known as the Tokyo Motor Show, is coming soon. So I'll be going there and filming. That will be the latter part of October. So I'm trying to get filming permission right now to go on the first day so we can get there early in the morning and film that, do some interviews and some other fun things. So I'll keep you posted on that as well. Lots of new vehicles coming out that are worth checking out. I'm especially excited about the new Ferrari SUV, which hopefully they'll have there at the show, and we can get a real close-up inside look at it. My friend Sam ruined me. He let me drive his new BMW M4 Series. Oh man. The same thing happened years ago with a motorcycle. My friend had a Ducati, and I had just bought a 400cc Honda. I think it's like a TT, Tourist Trophy Honda. And I rode his, and I was just like, instantaneously, I knew I had to have more power. And after driving his M4 Series, which is just a beautiful car, and driving my M1 Series yesterday, it was sad. It was a sad moment. day of reckoning. So I might have to trade up. I don't know. Here's a two-door M4 series of two-door sedan, not sedan, but coupe. And there's three of us. Well, there's four in his family, but he's still got a two-door. But I kind of feel bad if I got a two-door stuffed Joji and a cramped back. But then again, it wouldn't be so bad after all. Pull over in a minute and check some of our chats here. It's like I said, it's hard for me to see while we're riding, unless I can get into some shade. It's quite dimmed. I'm gonna put my glasses on as well. Wants to race. He's lucky I'm not in the mood to race. Well, he's actually lucky I'm not on Agent Orange. Has the cojones to actually race. Bonneville is not a racing bike. It has a little bit of get up and go, but nothing compared to the Speed Triple. All right, we're back on Huxon Dori now, Huxon Street, heading in the direction of Tokyo Dome. I think we'll go to Jimbocho and I'll grab a cup of coffee there. All right, we're at Sugamo now. Yeah, I was really disappointed. It's soapbox time, by the way. Back in Portland, it just seems to be in a downward spiral. Each time I go back, it's a new shock of something. This is the first time I went downtown and walked around a bit with Aya, and the homelessness is rife, and all the cool old buildings downtown where I used to hang out, going to bars and cool restaurants and stuff, they're all boarded up. It's all boarded up. And it smells like urine everywhere on the streets. And I posted a picture of my mom, incensed. My mom's, she's great. She's got a good sense of humor. We were at Fred Meyer's, one of the local food stores, one-stop shopping. It's been there for generations. But the laundry detergent was all locked up behind glass cases. So if you want to buy a jug of Tide, you have to ask the staff. Like, what in the hell is going on here? Evidently, there was some fad of people shooting up the Tide, or eating Tide pods, little Tide pods or something, some gel pods or something. It's ridiculous. And there was so much theft that they had to start locking it up. I saw a guy shoplift a Ben & Jerry's. I mean, if you're going to steal ice cream, might as well go for some good stuff. So I'm watching him, and you can tell when people are dodgy, especially there. You know, you can tell they're homeless or just are in dire straits. And this guy's walking through the store, and he's got a knapsack slung over his shoulder. And I'm just watching him, and he opens it up. And he goes to the freezer section, opens up the door, puts in grabs a Ben & Jerry's quart, and walks down a few paces, and then opens his bag, stuffs it in, and slings it back over his shoulder. So you see that, and it's just really, really disappointing. Also, people will walk through the store. They walk through the store, drink a drink, because there's no rule against drinking it before you buy it. So they'll walk through the store, drink it, and they'll just stash the can on the shelf. They don't pay for it. So they got a free drink. And then to cap it all off, I had a Karen incident. It wasn't directed at me, but at her child in the Portland airport. I thought I was actually going to make it out of there without seeing any real ugly stuff. But this woman is pushing her stroller, really super cute kid, she's maybe 3 years old, blonde, white blonde hair, and her mom looked normal. She had kind of a cheerful face, but a total Karen. So they're waiting in the checkout line at one of those little airport shops, and at the top of her lungs, and I'm not making this up, she's like she was a quarterback. She's like, "Get back in the stroller! 1, 2!" And everybody wheels around in the airport. They're in the waiting area, whatever. They wheel around like, what the hell's going on here? And the kid gets back in. The woman just, she doesn't have an angry look on her face or anything. And it's just crazy, crazy stuff. Then I see her a little later at another shop, and under her breath, she says, "Don't touch anything," like in a different voice this time. Don't touch anything. Don't make me beat you in the middle of this bleeping airport. Sad. I mean, that sort of stuff isn't exclusive to America, but you don't see that very often in Japan. At least I've never seen that here. Yeah. All right, soapbox. I just stepped off of it. Back to the ride. Ooh, it's hot. Dang. Mexican food. Portland has some amazing Mexican food. So much so that Joji was begging me, no more Mexican food. I was like, amigo, por favor, yo quiero Taco Bell. But he wasn't having it. So we had to stop going to Mexican food. He'd finally had enough. I could eat Mexican food every day. One of the greatest actually was with my friend Steve. We had some Cuban food. Portland has a lot of food trucks. And they have like these areas set aside where there's multiple food trucks, different varieties, and this one place had a Cuban restaurant that was the bomb. It was real good. All right, we just passed by the Tokyo Dome. Tokyo Dome City is on our right with the Ferris wheel and jet coaster. It doesn't look like anybody in that Ferris wheel. I cannot see a thing on this phone screen. So I apologize, guys. I can't read your comments at the moment. I think what we're going to do is we're going to turn left here and just do a circle back and let you guys get back to your lives. I can't believe it's September already, September 3rd. So, coming up, what's besides the auto show, which I'll be filming, I'm working on as I mentioned before, the director's cut of the Tokyo Motorcycle Show. So now that I'm back and getting into the groove, I'm going to work on that and have it done hopefully by the beginning of October, which will be 6-month mark. So we have 1.3 million views on that video now, which is a nice number. So we're going to swing up through to the left here, and that'll take us through Akihabara. right is Ochano Mizu. Dead ahead is Akihabara. Speaking of new music, it's not new, but it's new to me. And I was highly impressed. Does anybody listen to Willow Smith? I think maybe years ago I heard that she was a singer, and I just kind of like poo-pooed it, that she's Will Smith's daughter. Yeah, of course she's a singer or actor or a rapper or whatever. But I was blown away today. I heard this song and I was like, holy hell, who is this? So it says Willow. I was like, could that be Willow Smith? And sure enough, it's Willow Smith. You've got to listen. I don't know what your style of music is. Here's Akihabara. I have a very wide target for my music. I love all genres. But she's got a super powerful voice. Think like Chris Cornell of Soundgarden, but a female voice. Not quite as throaty or baritone, but just powerful voice and huge range, and just really kick butt tunes. Check it out. Check out Willow. So she's on my this week's heavy rotation list. That was weird. I just had a weird sensation turning that corner. I was thinking, my God, am I in the right lane? Because in America we're on the other side, and I just turned that. Like, holy S, is this the right lane? Thankfully, it is the right lane. I think we're gonna go around the block here. A lot of people here in Akihabara. Tourist Central. Over here to the left, we're gonna stop, we're gonna turn the corner and we'll stop. We'll have a proper little chat. I can drink water. Starting to see more of these electric scooters here. right up here on the right is the noisiest hotel in the world. And I stayed there one night. It's the Under the Tracks Hotel. Where is that? Maybe it's up there. Is it right? Where is it? I think it's up a little more. Let's go look. The Under Railroad Hotel. Yeah, it's up here. And I'm not kidding you when I say it is the noisiest hotel on the planet. It is right under the tracks here. Take a little break and say hello to you good peeps. Flip us around. Give me a second to put my glasses on. I can actually see what's going on here. Right with you, it's taking off my helmet. Oh. Hold up, guys. Be right with you. Stick that there. Woo. All right. Take us out of the mount here. We want to take this out here. All right, so this right here is the Under Tracks Hotel. I don't know if that's the Under Railroad or Under Railway Hotel is the official name, not sure. Don't quote me on that, but you can see it in my, right under here is the hotel. I did a video on it, so if you check my YouTube channel, you can learn all about it. And it's just, it's painful. Hey guys, greetings. Finally, we meet face to face. Yeah, it's a painful hotel. It's a pretty funny video. I recommend watching it. But it's just, the trains are going over. They start at 5 a.m. and it's just above your head. It's slightly muted, but you just cannot sleep. It's impossible. It's impossible to sleep. Thanks, Keith. Under Railway Hotel, Akihabara. Yeah. You know, I did it as an experiment. This is during COVID. So it was really inexpensive. I got a room for like 6 people, I think. And it was ridiculous. It was maybe like 6,000 yen or something. Crazy, crazy cheap. But was it worth not getting a good night's sleep? Well, it was an experience. It was a fun video to make, so you should check it out. But yeah, here we are. Nice to see you guys. Let me see what you guys have had to say here. Anything redeeming? Yeah, I'll have to check these out later. So, but yeah, I just wanted to get out for a ride. That's the Keihin Tohoku line right there. It's kind of a cool area under the tracks. You can go down to the end down here, and there's food. It's like a market from different areas of Hokkaido, or rather of Japan, different prefectures, food. And there's a brew pub around here. I think there was a craft beer place somewhere along this as well. But all along under the tracks here is some interesting shops. And actually just around the corner here, if you go down to the corner and turn right, geez, can you guys keep it down? Just around the corner to the right is a taiko drum school. That looked like a blast. You can register online, and you can take like a 30-minute or 1-hour lesson on how to play the taiko Japanese traditional drums, which looks like a fun thing to do. So if you have some extra time and you're in Akihabara, go over there and check out the taiko drum school just around the corner, right next door to the Under Railway Hotel. Yeah. So did you guys see, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm begging you, please. I only have 4 more people, and then I'll have 3,300 subscribers or followers or whatever, friends. Only 4 more, guys. Just click it, join, and then you're welcome to cancel. I just want to see that 3300 once in my life. It was strange. It like dipped way down, and now it's I'm making a comeback. I'm the comeback kid, man. I'm making a comeback. You could even create your own extra Instagram accounts just so you can be under different names and add me. Be a pal. Oh yes, thank you, Carrie. Oh, Carrie, just put a link so you have no excuses not to join. So by the time we hang up here, if I'm lucky, we'll have 3300. I did some fun stuff with my mom, and there's a video worth watching in there, which will be worth your time joining to watch it. We're a little behind the curve, but Joji and I, my son, we made a grimace shake video with my mom, and it's hilarious. I didn't know she had the acting chops that she does, but Joji's like, hey, let's make a grimace shake commercial. Oh, sweet. Thank you, Jason. Yee! We got an update, live update. It's 3300. So for those of you who don't know the grimace shake thing in the States, during June and July there was a campaign at McDonald's. Grimace's birthday, some smart aleck made a silly video of him drinking the grimace shake and then like going into convulsions and throwing up and whatever. So anyhow, people started making their own copies or own versions of silly grimace shake commercials, or spoofs, and so we made one. So please check it out. It's pretty funny, and my mom she should get an Academy Award. So she's a good sport. From the weird vending machines, yeah, I think you're right. Arch Japan Motovlogs, yep, about a mile away. We stopped at the weird vending machine, the last live stream I did, I think. Yeah, that's back this way. So if you're at the underground tracks, or rather the shops under the tracks, you just keep going down here on the other side of Akihabara Station, and that's where the weird vending machines are. So, yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. I want to thank you for coming along. Oh, and actually, before we hang up, Jason, we went to Voodoo Donuts and ate a lot of donuts, ate a lot of Mexican food, drank a lot of good coffee. Yeah, cinnamon rolls. We did, oh man, way overdid it. So I've been going hard at the gym the last couple of days to battle my bulge. But I was going to show you some media. So we went to the Goonies house I mentioned in Astoria. There it is. That's one of my best friends, Paul, my best friend from high school, or from grade school. Yeah, we met in kindergarten. And he's choking the life out of me in front of the Goonies house. Let's see here. How do I can get that. It's always hard to there we go. Okay. And with Aya Sen, we did a ride in the Columbia River Gorge. This is Horsetail Falls. So this area is amazing. It's along the Columbia River Gorge, and they call it the Old Highway. And it was constructed initially in the 1920s, I believe, to get people to go check out the natural phenomenons in that area along the gorge, to get tourists going there, and it worked. And so this old highway is still there, and again, highly recommend you check it out. It's a beautiful area. This is Horsetail Falls. So all along the road, when you're driving on this old highway, you see these spectacular natural wonders, and this is Horsetail Falls. Up the road a bit and there's Aya. Up the road a bit is Multnomah Falls. And let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, there's me. The R2-D2 Mickey Mouse ears. Shoot. Now how do I... There we go. And finally, what's a trip home without celebrating a birthday? Mine, by the way, in case you forgot. So, story behind this cake. This is there's a shop in Portland called Jacaiva's. I think I'm getting the pronunciation right. And legendary cakes. So my mom's like, I'll buy your birthday cake. So I was like, okay. So she said, go to Fred Meyer's. That's the place I was complaining about with all the theft and stuff. And they have these cheap cakes. And I'm like, Mom, come on. You know, I'll pay for half, but let's get a proper cake. So I went to this Jacaiva's. It's a proper cake. This thing weighs more than God herself. I put it on the scale at my sister's house, and the scale said error. It goes up to 5 pounds, her scale. So it was more than 5 pounds. It was a dense cake. So good. Really heavy. Now, how do I get... It's really frustrating. Once these pictures come up, they are oftentimes very difficult to get rid of. So we're just going to have to leave that there to the end of the program. Let's celebrate. So I get the... Thank you. Thank you for the belated birthday wishes. It was a nice birthday. Cake was phenomenal. So I bring it home, and I show my mom, and she said, I thought you were going to go to Fred Meyer's and get a cake. I was like, no. I said, I can't do Fred Meyer's for this, I'm special. So she's like, well, how much did it cost? I said, Mom, are you sitting? I could clearly see that she was. $75. I would never, ever, ever pay $75 for a birthday cake. Well, Mom, lucky for you, you're only paying for half. So, yeah, it was an expensive cake. Hey, you only have a birthday once a year, so let's celebrate. But yeah, she would never, ever, ever. I think she even said it 3 times. Ever, ever, ever spend $75 on a cake. So there you have it, guys. The end of a great trip back home, and more exciting stuff to come this year in Japan. There's lots of stuff on the books coming up, so stay in touch, and we'll be seeing you very, very soon. Thanks always for joining. Don't forget to celebrate. And check out, oh, if you haven't, no, I already told you. You've already pushed me past 3,300 on Instagram. Thank you very kindly. All right, guys, take care. See you again soon.